We're learning more tonight about the cash bail that was set for the 61-year-old bodega worker, Mr. Jose Alba, who spent the better part of the last week in Rikers Island, one of America's worst jails. Well, initially it was reported that Mr. Alba faced a $250,000 cash bail, a sky-high bail by most accounts, before it was knocked down to $50,000. Now we're learning that original bail set by far-left District Attorney Alvin Braggs was initially asked for $500,000. That was asked by Mr. Braggs. Why? Well, a lot of people want answers to that because Mr. Alba has no criminal past. Well, right now, to help with legal fees, loved ones of Mr. Alba began a GoFundMe page, but the company decided to take down that account Wednesday night, saying in a statement, "Our terms of service prohibit fundraising for the legal defense of a violent crime. At this time, the fundraiser has been removed and all donors have been refunded." Alba's family has now set up a Give, Send, Go to help with legal fees. What we do know, though, Rob, is, of course, Black Lives Matter accounts are still active in many cities and exist with GoFundMe. Meanwhile, folks here in this neighborhood, friends and loved ones of Mr. Alba, say they have something to say to the district attorney in the city, Mr. Alvin Bragg. They say they know and have noticed how he treats law-abiding citizens and criminals, and they say they're fed up with it.
My daughter's right here, 16 years old, and I never let her go to the store, and this is good reason why, I don't feel comfortable. And that's something that the politicians and, Bragg should be concerned about. Like, instead of punishing someone that's simply defending themselves, let's make sure that things change to the point where people in our community don't feel that there's a big threat and are not safe. We don't feel safe.
And United Bodegas of America, an organization that occupies and works with all of these small corner markets here in New York City, say they are planning a protest rally outside of Alvin Bragg's office next week. Rob?
Yeah, we got to get this guy out of trouble. This is the most ridiculous story, one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever seen. Not surprising in this town, though. Mike Carter, thank you so much. Far-left Soros-funded DAs are to blame, of course, for all this. Criminals right now are emboldened. Police are overwhelmed. And then somebody like Jose Alba is attacked and is forced to use a knife in self-defense. I mean, we watched this video last night. It goes on for a while before that knife is pulled. And you don't know. You got somebody attacking you. At what point are they just going to say, I'm just going to kill this guy? You don't know what's going to happen. It's called self-defense for a reason. Of course, the DA's office that ignores so much crime wastes no time filing murder charges against this man in a despicable fashion. Joining me now is L.A. Deputy District Attorney John Hatami. You're very familiar with these radical DAs. How on earth could you ever justify this charge?
Rob, I was born in New York City, and I took the bar in New York in 2006 and passed. So I'd really have to question what law school Alvin Bragg went to and if he even graduated, because this is classic self-defense. There is self-defense in New York. There's also self-defense in the United States of America. Jose Alba was smaller than the aggressor. He was also older than the aggressor. Not only that, Jose Alba was attacked by two people, and one of them had a knife and actually stabbed him. And so I can't see any way, shape, or form that you would charge Jose Alba with murder when this is classic self-defense. He was at his place of work. He wasn't the initial aggressor. He's smaller, he's older, and he's outnumbered. And
it's all on video. I mean, it's on crystal clear HD surveillance video that we've all seen. They're looking at the same video. I mean, I'm trying to understand the politics here because I know it's got to be political. And in his mind, these people don't care about any crime, and then they charge this? It's mind-boggling.
It's very political. People like Alvin Bragg, George Gascon, this whole group of progressive, radical prosecutors in the United States, they care so much more about criminals, an individual who's out of custody, an individual who had a prior criminal record, than they care about actually people of color who came from the Dominican Republic, who came to the United States for a better life, and now they're treated like this by somebody like Alvin Bragg. People like Alvin Bragg, George Gascon, and the whole group of them need to be thrown out of their office. They do not care about the United States of America. They do not care about justice. And they don't care about normal individual families and children who are just trying to live a good life here in the United States.
Well, you guys are trying to toss out your DA in Los Angeles, and I know we're following that fight. This could be the first step for Alvin Bragg of getting his butt kicked out of New York. So we'll see. John Hatami, thank you so much for the time. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much, Rob.